Good morning, my dear student. This is your the second video of SST. So I hope that you enjoyed yesterday's videos very much. Yesterday I taught you about the resources, the different types of the resources, and before leaving my video, I gave you some assignment. So are you sure to show me your assignment? Yeah, I must know that you have completed your assignment. The questions which I have given to you were that what are the resources and what kinds of the resources are there, and what is the latent resources. I think these questions I have given you, so you must write all these questions in your notebook. So how do you feel to write this about these questions? Perfectly. You felt superb. That should be the practice for the examinations. So my dear students, today I am going to teach you about a very important topics, the soil. Actually, there is a difference between the soil and the land. Most of the peoples are confused about the definition of a soil and the definition of a land. Both are different things. Land, the planet on where we lived, we see the land everywhere. Under the land we can count the like mountains, desert, and other parts of the geographical location. But the soil, that is the uppermost part of the land. So there is a difference. There is a different like aspects to know about the soil and the land. So today's topic is very interesting. Today I am going to teach you about the soil, the formation of the soil, and the profile of the soil, and what are the reasons for the soil erosion. Today we have to study about the types of the soil, the different types of the soil. I'll just show you. I'll show the profile. With that help, you would be able to know the various rocks, and the layer of the soil is very easily found. Let me tell you one thing very clearly, that the formation of soil is very slow process, because to form a 1 inch or the half inch of a soil takes a long duration. It takes millions of the year to form the 1.5 inch of the soil. So one thing is that we should not let the soil away unnecessarily. This is our responsibility to protect them very carefully, because ultimately it's a source, it's a resource, and that I taught you yesterday. So if you know about that, how can we come to know that what's the exact definition of the soil? So I'm going to teach you the definition of the soil. Soil is what? A sequence. It's like a profile. It's a sequence. Sequence means the layer. So there is a definition which I just tell you about the soil. So we can see soil is very valuable wealth, and soil is the basis of economic development of the country. According to an American pedologist, he said that soil is the uppermost layer of the unconsolidated particles found on the earth's surface, which is made up of parent rock and the vegetation. So with the help of these pictures, you can easily come to know the soil profile. So we can say the soil profile is the sequence. What? Soil profile is the sequence, color, textures, and natures of the layer superimposed one above the other and exposed in a pit section dug through the soil mantle. So did you get my point? What I'm telling you? What is soil profile? You can learn in this way. The soil profile is the sequence. You can see here, the soil profile is the sequence of color, textures, and natures of the layers. This is what first layer, second layer, third layer, or fourth layer. Thus we can define it. The soil profile is the sequence of color, textures, and natures of the layer superimposed one above the other and exposed in a pit section dug through the soil mantle. If we dig the soil with the help of any instrument, you will see these layers which are superimposed one above the other. As per as the soil profile is concerned, its uppermost layer is a topsoil. You can see this is what the topsoil. The uppermost layer of the soil profile is known as the topsoil. You can see some plants are grown over here, roots are there. So this layer of the soil profile is known as uppermost layer. Then you see there are some stones and the sand particles also here. This is known as a subsoil. This layer or this profile is known as a subsoil. You can find here some of the rocks and the sand particles. But as far as the first layer, that is known as the topsoil, is considered, we can see here there is a presence of humus. That humus is very important for the growth of the plants. The humus, and you can see some of the organic matter. These organic matter helps the plants to grow. And when we go down, we'll have the rock and the sand particles. After that layer, we'll have that is the weathered parents rock material. That is weathered parents rock material. We find some of the weathered rock material, and the last in the bottom there is a parents rock. That parents rock, it's like we can find the huge amount of the stones. So this is what soil profile. So with the help of this we can easily understand that the soil profile is the sequence, color, textures and natures of the layer superimposed one above the other and exposed in a pit sections dug through the soil mantle. That uppermost layer is the topsoil, then subsoil, weathered parents rock material, parents rock. You just speak with me. Yes, do some practice. Soil profile. If anyone asks you what is soil profile, so my dear students, you will say that soil profile is, speak, the sequence, color, textures and natures of the layer superimposed one above the other and exposed in a pit section dug through the soil mantle. So I showed that diagram, and with the help of the diagram you usually understand what is the soil profile. But I have another things that to show you. You see that the thing which I made, it is what? Soil profile. The first layer, that is, you can see here the black soil, it shows that there is a humus and the organic matter. And above that organic matter or the humus, I mean on the topsoil, you see some plants are grown over here. These plants are grown because of the humus and the organic matter found in a topsoil. So, for your kind information, one thing is very clear, that the topsoil of the profile is very, very important, because it is the only soil, it is the only layer which helps the plants grow properly. And how can we know that the top layer of that soil profile is rich enough? If that profile has a large amount of humus and organic matter. So you can see the black part of that first layer is consist of humus and the organic matter that helps these plants to grow. After that, you can see there is a subsoil layer, that is the red soil. You can see over here the little bit the particles of the stones, that is known as a subsoil. That under the subsoils we can find the rocks and the sand particles. And after that you can see there is another layer, that is the parents rock, that parents rock material. And at the bottom of this profile we can see there is a parents rock. So with the help of this object you easily understood what is the job profile. So if anyone asks you, if you want to explain anyone about the job profiles, you can easily explain them that the job profile is a sequence of a color and the textures of the layers superimposed one another. Did you get me? Very good. Now here is types of the soils. So we can divide the soil into 5 category. The first one is alluvial soil. Second one is black soil. Third one is red soil. Fourth one is laterite soil. Fifth one is desert soil. And last one is extra, that is mountain soil. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In 6 categories we have divided the soil. So I am going to teach you all the characteristics of different types of the soils. What are their features? Where such kind of the soil is found. So my dear students, as far as the alluvial soil is concerned, so it has some characteristics. We can define it. Alluvial soil is a clay or the loamy soil. We can find this soil in a brown color. The color of this soil is brown. And it is found up to the 490 meters in depth. If we just start digging that soil, so we can easily come to know that the color of this soil is a brown enough. And it's like a clay or the loamy soil. It is found up to 490 meters depth. But unfortunately, there is a deficiency of nitrogen and phosphorus. This soil is generally found in the delta region of Ganga. Some states are there like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Northeast Rajasthan, Ganga, Brahmaputra and Satluj, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri and Narmada's basin. So these are the regions where we can find easily the alluvial soil. So in general, in all we can say alluvial soil is very important soil. It is like a clay or the loamy soil. It is brown in color, found up to 490 meters depth. There is a deficiency of nitrogen and phosphorus. The silt which is flown from Ganga to Ganga Delta, that silt is known as the alluvium. It is found in these states. Now the second type of the soil is black soil. It is also known as the regular soil. Actually, we can also say that this soil is also known as a cotton soil. it retains some of the moistures. When we add water in that soil, it retains some moistures. But unfortunately, there is a deficiency of nitrogen, phosphorus, and humus. But it is rich in potash, lime, magnesium, aluminium, and iron. But somewhere we can also find there is a humus enough. This black soil or the regular soil or cotton soil is found in Gujarat to Amarkantak and Belgaum to Guna. Guna is in MP. Deccan Trap in Maharashtra, Marthawada, MP, southern Odisha, northern Karnataka, western of Andhra Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. So for the purpose of growing the cotton, this black soil is very important. So in general, we can say the cotton soil or black soil or regular soil is very important for the growing of cotton. Then come to red soil. It is derived by the disintegration of crystalline and the metamorphic rocks. It is derived by the disintegrations of the crystalline and the metamorphic rocks. Due to the iron, the color of this soil is red-brown. Somewhere we can also find this soil in a chocolatey or yellow or black color. It's a porous in nature and it's very fertile soil. It is generally found in Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. It has a rich amount of aluminium and lime. Now you can see there is a laterite soil and we can further divide this laterite soil into three categories. The first one is dark red laterite soil, white laterite soil of underground water. There are some characteristics of this laterite soil is that it is found where the dry and the wet season by turn. It is found in lower hilly regions of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, coastal region of Kerala, Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra. And let me tell you one thing, that this soil is suitable for the rice, cotton, wheat, cereals, millets, cinchona, tea, coffee, etc. Many of the times the question have been asked from this particular the types of the laterite soils. For what the laterite soil is useful? So if this soil is useful or it's suitable for the growth of rice, cotton, wheat, cereals, millets, cinchona, tea, coffee. Now come to the desert soil. It consists of the coarse sand particles. It contains a large amount of a soluble salt content. It has some moistures, but the moisture is very low or humus is very low. That is why it is known as a desert soil. It is found in the run of Kutch. Run of Kutch is in Gujarat, a large part of Rajasthan, southern Punjab, southern Haryana and western UP. This kind of a soil is found in these states. But we can't ignore that the soil is not useful for the growth of the crops. Somewhere when there is a moisture or the humus we can grow there the wheat, sugarcane, jowar and bajra. Now there is a last type of the soil is that is what? Mountain soil. Mountain soil is generally found in the Himalayan region. When there is a slope, there is a valley, so it is found in the Nainital, Mussoorie, and we can also find there the granite dolomite. This kind of the soil is very important for the production of tea. So you usually understood that there are the 6 types of the soil. First one is alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, desert soil, mountain soil. Yeah, so speak with me. First one is what? Alluvial soil. Very good. Second one is black soil. Yeah, it is also known as a regur soil and cotton soil. Very good. Third one is what? Red soil. Fourth one, laterite soil. Yeah, this laterite soil is further divided into 3 parts. That is dark laterite soil, dark red laterite soil, white laterite soil and laterite soils of underground water. Yeah. Fifth one is what? Desert soil. And last one is what? Mountain soil. So the types of the soil is very important for the purpose of examination. So you must remember all these types of the soils very carefully, and the characteristics what I have taught you, the areas where such soils are found, and the products which are grown over there. So my dear students, with the help of that 3 charts, you easily understood that the types of the soil, and trust me, this is a very important content which had been taught to you. But there is some possibilities of that question which may come in the board examination, that you will be given a map, and in that map you will be asked to show this these soils profile, or where such kind of the soils are found in India. So I am just gonna to show the map where you can easily trace where such soil are found. So you just come to me and see the map. So my dear students, you can see this is a map of India, and with the help of this map we are going to understand clearly the distribution of a soil. So you just go to the index. There are the different colors which have been given to the different soil. That the light green is what? Alluvial soil. There is a black color for the black soil. There is a pink color for the red soil. Purple color is for the laterite soil. Yellow color is given for the desert soil. Then there is a light purple color is for the mountain soil. There is a green color for the marshy soil or alkaline soil is there, but we have to study all these 6 types of the soils there. You can see, we'll start from the laterite soil. That part you can see over here, it's like a Himalayan regions. It starts from Jammu and Kashmir and it goes to the east part of India. That is what? It's a laterite soil, and that laterite soil is found the Himalayan region where there are valleys, there are the slopes. And this soil is very important for the production of the tea. So you see that there is Assam, and from where we get the tea. So this soil is also found over there. That is alluvial, or we can say the mountain soil. Okay, that is mountain soil. Some alluvial soil is also found over here, and in generally we can say this is what? A mountain soil, and this is what? Alluvial soil. Then black soil, you can see that there is a large part in the mid of the India. It consists of like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, that is Maharashtra, a little bit part of Gujarat. Then a red soil, you see, red soil has also a large part. It covers India. It is like in Odisha, yeah, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and little part of the Kerala, and there is a little part of Maharashtra. Then the desert soil you can see over here. It is now the best to the country. It is the best part of Gujarat. Yeah, Gujarat and Rajasthan, and that best Punjab also. Then mountain soil, I told you here, that is about mountain soil. It is very useful to production of the tea. Yeah. Now another topic is soil erosion. Soil erosion is the displacement of the upper layer of the soil. It is one form of the soil degradations. So soil erosion, it's a very important phenomena, and we have to think over it, that gradually we have the degradation in the soil. We don't know what will be the condition if we go in the same speed, so we have to think over it. Degradation of the soil is a very big phenomena. I'll tell you again, the soil erosion is a very big phenomena. It's a kind of degradations, but there are some causes why this degradation is happening nowadays. What are the reason why the people are not considered enough? The first reason of the degradation of the soil or the soil erosion is deforestation. We have forgotten the concept of the afforestation, but we are busy in the deforestation. For the mere, I should say, only for the mere greed of the people, for the so-called industrialization, for the so-called civilizations, we have cut down so many trees. That is what the deforestation. And this deforestation gave us this adversely affected the soil erosion. Second point we can say, that is the overgrazing. The out parts of the cities, of the villages, there is overgrazing. So overgrazing is also one of the most important factor which is responsible for the soil erosion. And the third cause is the shifting of agricultures. You'll see, for the so-called industrialization or the urbanizations, we have converted all the farms and the fields into residential places. Now we can have a rarely like the farming areas where we can grow the crops. We have converted all this green belt into the industries as well as in the residential places. That is why it is one of the main reason for the soil erosion. Then non-scientific methods of agriculture. This is also one of the most important cause of soil erosion. So what are the factors of the soil erosion? What are the reason of the soil erosion? The first one is deforestation. Second one is overgrazing. Third one is shifting of cultivation. Fourth one is the bad practices or unscientific methods of the production. But we should not be limited over here. We have to do a further thing to save this land. For that, what we have to do, if we want to do something for this land, we have to conserve this soil. So I am just going to show you the various points which are which has the bad effects of that soil erosion, and then I'll let you know how can we conserve this soil. So there are some harmful effects of the soil erosions, that is loss of vegetation, problem of irrigation, diversion of stream, deterioration of the high quality land, and the reduction in the agriculture land. So you just learned with me the harmful effects of the soil erosions are: number one is what? Loss of vegetation. Second is what? Problem of irrigation. Third is diversion of stream. Fourth is deterioration of the high quality land and the reduction of agricultural land. So this is what important parts I am going to tell you about, that is the soil conservation. Several times the questions had been asked from this topic, the soil conservation. So the definition of the soil conservation is what? It is the prevention of loss of the topmost layer. What? It's a prevention. Prevention means to save. It's the prevention of the loss of the topmost layer of the soil from the erosion or preventions of reduced fertility. Anyhow, we have to prevent the soil from the reductions of the fertility. So we can apply the various methods to preserve the soil. That is that we can make some contour farming in the mountain region, then making field ridges, planting trees, collecting the running water in the mountain slopes and the uneven areas, and developing grazing lands. What can we do for the conservation of the soils? We can apply this method, that is what the contour farming in mountain regions, making field ridges, planting trees, collecting the running water in the mountain slopes and the uneven areas, developing grazing land. Friends, I hope you understood well about the soil profile, the various types of the soil, then soil erosion, then the conservation of the soil, and the methods which are being applied to conserve the soil, and the harmful effects of the soil erosion. But before leaving this video, I have to give some important assignment for you, that there are some questions that you have to solve these questions for your betterment. So just watch the seeds of the questions and you just try to practice. I'll ask tomorrow the answers of those questions. And do one thing, you have to remember, you have to subscribe this channel, you have to like it and share it. So before leaving, you just come to the slides, you just come to the seats for your questions. So your questions are, which are to be solved. The question number first is, which factor does not help in the formations of the soil? Your options are wind and water, decomposed plants and animals, rocks and temperature, water accumulations. Your second question is, which soil is generally found in delta regions? Your options are red soil, alluvial soil, black soil, laterite soil. Your third question is that, in which region is the method of making contour bunds used for the soil conservation? Your options are delta region and plains. And some question which you have to write in your notebook, that is, what is meant by soil erosion? What do you mean by soil conservation? What is meant by soil profile? You have to explain. What is the importance of the soil in human life? Differentiate red soil and laterite soil, and describe the different types of the soils with their characteristics. And the last question is for you, explain the causes of the soil erosion. So my dear student, this is the time to take leave from you. I hope you will study, you will watch this video again and again, and you will get benefit from it. So just keep watching, be concentrate, be safe, take healthy food, and tata bye bye till tomorrow. Thank you.